Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I'm back again with another video. I hope that you guys are doing well today and staying safe. All right, guys, so I'm actually just going to get right into the video. But before I do get into the video and the topic, I did just want to let the community, everyone know that I'm live. So just give me 1 second, you guys, before I go live, and it'll give folks enough time to pile in the room, whoever comes in. Make sure you guys introduce yourself, say how you doing, how you feeling, where you're from, all that good stuff. So, yes, you guys, let me go ahead and put it on the post that I'm live. Hope that you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Sunday. I'm just going to say, hey, I'm live. Be sure to tune in. All right. Let's see here. All right. So, okay, you guys. So as I said, I'm live today. And as you can see, the topic, we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day since it's coming up tomorrow. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. And hey, Gary, what's going on? How are you feeling today? Yeah. So, we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day, and we're also going to be talking about questions to ask someone that you are dating or someone that you are interested in getting to know. I think that's really good because, of course, you want to get to know that person. You want to see how they are. You want to see if they're a good fit for you. You want to see if you guys are compatible. You want to see if there's deal breakers, there's red flags. And you guys know that people can not tell the truth. But over time, you can get to see a person, see their actions more than their words. But it's always good to ask questions. So I do want to go over the questions in a bit. But I do want to talk about Valentine's Day, though. Hoover from the narcissist. Now, this is quite common because you guys know that narcissists do like to contact their former victims and their survivors, especially if you're in no contact. Again, whether they discarded you or you discarded them. They just want to see if they can get some supply. They want to see if they can get some attention. They want to see if they can get a reaction. And it's up to you, the individual survivor and former victim, to decide if you are going to react, decide if you are going to respond. Now, myself, I would highly recommend not responding. And I'm only saying this based off of the experience that I have dealing with narcissists since 2006. But the male narc that I dealt with for about 4 years, I dealt with him since 2010. So, I would highly recommend, ignoring the Hoover, not responding, just looking at it and maybe chuckling to yourself, and understanding that the narcissist does not care about you. They don't care how you're doing. A lot of them hope that, you're by yourself and lonely and crying and being miserable over them. They hope for that. They want you to be desperate and come back to them and, respond back to that text message. Or that phone call or that email. You definitely want to make sure to ignore that. And Gary said the one word, hey, beware of that. Right, exactly, Gary. That's too funny. Yeah, so beware of that hey message or what you doing text or I miss you text, right? Because the narcissist is up to no good. And whether this is a male narcissist or a female narcissist, or this could actually be a family member. It could be a family member, you guys. It could be a sibling. It could be a mother-in-law. It could be a sister-in-law. It could be a brother-in-law, right? It could be a boss, which I doubt bosses will hit you up on Valentine's Day. But you guys get the gist. Try to be strong. Try to, be firm in your decision. Don't feel bad for not responding to the message or phone call or voicemail, emails. It's not going to do you any good. It's only going to make you go backwards instead of making you go forward, right? And the narcissist doesn't want you to heal. The narcissist doesn't want you to move on. They want you to stay stuck. They want you to remain in the same position and the same mindset, the same mind frame. They don't want you to empower yourself and develop into the best version of yourself. They'd rather you stay stuck. You know what I mean? And Gary, you said months of no contact, and all they have to say is, "Hey." So late, right? As you can see, they don't have much going on. They're still the same. They have not changed, and they don't want you to change. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is, you know. So beware. And again, I understand, you know, it's Valentine's Day. A lot of folks, you know, you may be seeing couples on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and maybe even out and about. It's okay to be single. It's okay to get to know yourself, to get to love yourself. You have to do that, because if you don't know who you are, you go out and start dating someone or be in a relationship with someone, you know, they don't know who you are. You don't know yourself. You don't know your values. You don't know your standards, or, you know, the things that is important for you, you know, your deal breakers, that type of thing, your red flags, your non-negotiables, those type of things. So you want to take that time to get to know yourself. Try not to compare yourself to other people. I know it's so common, social media. And even if you have to, don't get on social media for a while. Do like a social media break if you need to stop trying to compare yourself to other people, because it's not really all that real a lot of times, you know. So do keep that in mind. And then just focus on yourself, focus on your goals, and focus on your hobbies or things that you like to do, right? Things that you're passionate about, things that makes you fulfilled, if that makes sense, right? So I do hope that this was helpful for those of you that are going through maybe like a Valentine's Day blues, or feeling bad about yourself, or feeling lonely, or feeling like, oh, I need to have someone, I need to do this. And even like from the other side of the spectrum, like for the guys that may feel like, oh, I need to have a date, or oh, I need to buy this person something, you know, only do it like, you know, if you love that person and you've been with them for a while. But if you're just like dating them, you don't have to do all that. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you know, especially if you're still getting to know that person. But if it's a nice gesture, that's cool, but don't go too crazy, especially if you're still getting to know the person, right? All right, so now you guys, I do want to get into some questions that you should ask someone that you're getting to know, or that you should ask someone that you're dating, or it could be a friend, or maybe somebody that you're considering being in a relationship. And the reason why I wanted to make this is because, again, as I mentioned, I think it's important that we get to know the people that we are going to be relating to, or, you know, interested in and spending a lot of time with, because again, eventually a person is going to show you their true colors. But why not, you know, kind of take less time? I mean, you don't have to interrogate a person, but slowly but surely you want to get to ask this person questions. And the other thing is that if a person is like, hey, you're asking too many questions, it's like, I don't know, like, you should be getting to know them, and they should want to get to know you, if that makes sense, right? And that's just, for me, that's a thing for me. But and I did want to give you guys the source where I got it from. I actually got it from my aunt. She recommended it to me, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. Where is this? I'm sorry, 1 second, you guys. So that way I can give you guys the source of where I got this from. I think it'll be really good. So it's the 13 questions to ask your partner to get to know them better, or this could be 13 questions to ask someone that you're dating. And give this video a like, you guys, and please feel free to chime in on anything that I said, add in, or whatever your thoughts, comments, feedback. Okay, so question number 1, you want to ask, what does commitment marriage look like to you? You want to ask them this question for sure, because I'm sure if you're dating, you know, you want to get married, right? You want a commitment. So ask the person, what does marriage and commitment look like to them? And then you can tell them what it looks like to you, right? And if it sounds like something, you know, that you could see yourself, you know, in, All right, cool. But again, always watch a person's actions versus words. But this is always good to kind of get a feel of who you're dealing with, right? All right, the next question you want to ask is, what would we do to have a perfect day, weekend, or evening together? Ask them that question. See what they like to do. See what's, an ideal weekend, And it's no judgment. Some folks do their own thing, But again, this can kind of give you an idea of what the person likes to do, and if it's something that you're interested in doing. You know what I mean? Because people will tell you, again, you'll have people that will be honest, and then you'll have people, they may just say it just to impress you. So again, just give it time, right? And there's nothing wrong with putting on an impression for a person. But again, a lot of times that's just maybe like the representative, and it's not really them, so just be mindful and be patient too, right? All right. So the next question number 3. You want to ask, what are your deep longings and dreams for yourself, right? And I like this question because you want to know, what is this person all about? Do they have ambitions for themselves? Do they have a bigger picture for themselves in life? Do they actually want to do something with their life? You know what I mean? Because if a person has a dream or a deep longing, then that means that they're going to be driven and ambitious and passionate about their life. And then they're going to be excited and, just feeling good about life, because folks that don't really have much going on like that is just kind of day to day type of thing, not really happy, just kind of going along to get along, or just not really that driven in life. And me personally, I would say it's good to have some sort of goal or objective or something that you want to do in your life, that you're striving towards every day. And that makes you happy. It does, right? And if you don't know, then you have to try things and explore and do new things to figure out what those things are, right? All right, so another question, I think this is really good. What stresses you out? Isn't that a good question? I think that's a really, really good question. What stresses that person out? Ask them that question, right? Because there's stress all around, right? In everyday life. So you want to know what stresses that person out. And Gary, you said a good red flag is, they say, I don't know, I'm just going with the flow. A lot of folks are saying, yeah, exactly, right? It's okay, well, what you can say is that what's going with the flow? What exactly do you mean by I'm just going with the flow? Because I do agree, Gary, a lot of folks do say that. And I mean, to each his own. I mean, myself, I can say okay, yeah, going with the flow, but I'm more of a planner. I like to plan things. I'm just saying. But of course, that everything doesn't go as planned. But for me, I like to have a list. As I said, I have my little follow your dreams notebook. I like to write things down. So that way I know, what to expect, or having some sort of idea. I like to brainstorm, that type of thing. I like to write ideas and concepts and, those type of things. So yeah. Question number 5. Do you spend time with your family? Do you spend time with your family? Now, the only thing with this is that's great that they spend time with their family, but you just want to make sure that it's not overly spending time with their family, because sometimes you have it to where, where the family is actually involved in their life a little too much, and they can actually kind of intrude in on your relationship. So you want to just ask them how the relationship is with their family. If it gets that serious, you meet the family, you feel it out, you feel the vibe. And if it's cool, that's awesome. But if it's not, then that may be a problem, because then that person may have to choose between you and their family. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of people are going to go with what they know, even if it's not the best thing, so just be mindful. But ask them, do they spend time with their family? What's the relationship like with their family, their mom, their dad, all that kind of stuff? Because you can kind of get a feel of what you're dealing with. And, if they had you don't have to say all of this right away, but just, they may mention some traumas and stuff. They may open up to you, but it just really depends on the person. But ask them that question. All right. Excuse me. Sorry about that, you guys. So the next question you want to ask, what do you like to do in your downtime? Ask them that. And then Gary, you said, or if they say, I'll know it when I see it. They never do, right? Man, that's so crazy. I have my tea here. It's actually really good. It's a lemon ginger tea. It's really good. So yeah, ask them that question. What do they like to do in their downtime? What are they spending their time doing when they're not like working or, have things to do? And just ask them what they like to do. And this can help you get to know the person. What are their interests, again, their hobbies and, the things that they like to do. All right. And then also question number 7 is what's been the hardest thing you've ever had to do in your life so far? And how did it impact you? This is a good question. I think this is good. What's the hardest thing you had to do in your life so far, and how did it impact you? Because a lot of folks, they've had hardest things in their life that they had to do, and it has impacted it, I'm sure. Whether it was in a good way, if it was in a bad way, or it was kind of like it was in the middle. And again, that would just like let you know how they deal with life, how they view the world and how they see things from their perspective, how they would handle those type of situations. So ask them that question. And I hope that this is helpful, you guys. And I hope y'all write this down because y'all can ask this, whoever you're dating or going to be in a relationship with, ask them. So that way you can get to know them and you can kind of weed out if it's worth investing your time into this person or not, right? Okay, so question number 8 is, if you won, this is a good one. If you won the Mega Million lottery, what would you do with this money? Isn't that a good question? Like, what would they do with the money? Right? Would they blow it? Would they save it? Would they invest in it? Would they help family out? Would they invest in their business? What would they do? You can grasp to see how this person is, right? You want to get to know people. Trust me, it's a good thing. Okay, so the next question is, do you have any animals? This is kind of more, just for fun. Do you have any animals? Right? Are they a pet lover? Are they compassionate? Are they empathetic towards animals? Because some people hate animals. I myself, I'm more of a cat person. I'm not really a dog person. I mean, they're cool, but I'm more of a cat. Not a cat lady, but I like cats. All right. So, Calum, hey, you said I haven't heard from my ex-girlfriend at all for some time. Think that she's lost me forever. Okay. Well, that's good that you haven't heard from her because she is a narcissist. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll probably contact you though. They always end up hoovering. But yeah. So, all right, the next question, you guys, is, I think this is a good one. What is your love language? Really, really, really good question. Right now, you do want to be careful because, again, some people will use these questions to try to become that, even though that's not what they really are. But just be mindful. You want to just get to know the person, find out what's their love language, and just kind of go from there. But don't try to use it to manipulate them or vice versa, but just get to know how they love, right? What's their love language? What do they like, Because you want to be in a relationship where, you guys are getting your needs met, right? Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. And you're not there to like fix the person. You're not there to take care of them, but you guys are there, you want to share your lives together. It's not your whole life, but it's like you're adding to each other. You're not codependent on them. You know what I mean? There's a difference. All right. Question number 11 is, what bugs you or gets on your nerves? This is a really, really good question, right? What bugs you or what gets on your nerves? And you guys, don't try to just bug them or get on their nerves on purpose. Please don't do that, you guys. I'm not saying any of you guys would. I'm just saying. But ask them this question. All right. Question number 12. What is a no-go and a non-negotiable for you? Really, really good question. And you can actually, if you haven't done this yourself, you can write this down yourself, especially when it comes to dating and relationships, online dating too, or if you prefer meeting folks in person, whatever is best for you. Write down your non-negotiables and don't let up. Have your standards, have your boundaries, and stick to it. And the folks that are meant to be with you will be there, right? All right, and the last question, last question, you guys. And Gary, before I read the last question, you said another one is if they never wanted talk on the phone, only through texting. Right, exactly. Yeah, that's another big one. It's like, okay, like let's talk on the phone. Let's hear each other's voices. Let's, I mean, you can't see them, but let's feel the emotions, the connection, and eventually you want to see them on video or, meet them in person, whatever the case is, but you need to talk to them on the phone, right? The whole texting, I mean, texting is cool, but, you want to like hear from them every day, hear a message from them or something, to see if they're really interested. And again, you guys chime in for those of you that are watching. Have any of you guys had the hoover for Valentine's Day for the narcissist? Did you guys give in? Are any of you guys missing the narcissist during Valentine's Day? Are you guys seeing the narcissist flaunt the new supply during Valentine's Day? I would love to hear. All right, give this video a like too. But yes, the last question, last question is, when do you need affection or physical intimacy the most? That's a good one, right? When do you need affection or physical intimacy the most? That's good. I like that question a lot. Because you have some people that need the physical intimacy and some of them that don't need it as much. I mean, yeah, it's a great thing, but, or the affection could be holding hands or kissing and cuddling and that type of thing, massaging and touching. So, and that's all a part of the love language. Like, what is that person's love language, right? So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Unless you guys want to ask me any questions or anything like that, please feel free to do so. But I'm pretty much going to sign out, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you all have a great Valentine's Day and make sure you guys are narc free. If you guys are stuck with a narcissist, I do understand. Just know that, it's going to get better. Try to distance yourself from that person, or if you can't, try to gray rock, save up for what you need to do. So that way you can move away from this person. And really just protect your emotions. Don't try not to get too emotionally involved. And, I understand if you have kids with them or you're married and, you feel like you can't just try to do your best and get support. Reach out to me or reach out for whatever, or if it's a therapist or it's a counselor, whatever. Right. And understand that it's going to be all right. But you got to put yourself in a position to get away from this person. Now, if you've already long gone with no contact, then you're doing a good job. Now it's time to focus on healing. It's time to focus on yourself. It's time to focus on your goals and your dreams and the things that you love, the things that you're passionate about, and, giving back and helping other people do that as well. So. But yeah, you guys, that's all I have for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. And, if you think it can help somebody, please share it. All right. So I'm signing out, you guys. I hope you guys take care. And I will see you all in the next video. All right. Love you guys.